Yes guys, welcome back to YouTube. We have been away for quite a bit. The shell took a little bit longer, but it's back. Fabrication's been done, and now we can really get on with this build. We are hopefully going to be filming a video every week while we try and absolutely power through this. We are on 16th of March. I want to be testing this by the end of April. So we'll run a little bit through of what we've done in terms of what's been done with fabrication. We are going to bolt up the front subframe tonight and get the wheels on that. I pick up my rear subframe from powder coating tomorrow night, and we'll then be able to get that on as well. Okay, front end. So we decided I wanted to weld up and clear up, get rid of any hole in the bulkhead that I didn't need / didn't want. I want to try and make this as clean as possible, smooth as possible, you name it. There was quite a lot of rust and repairs needed on this, a bit more than what we expected. So Ian, don't start with that. Ian...
It needed the whole floor.
Well, we're not even showing them the floor yet. Anyway, Ian done the turrets, so we ended up doing the complete front turrets. They've all been redone. Tube front end. With the bash bars and everything look absolutely sick, but you're not going to be able to see them until we've got engine in so we can get the front built back up. If you go around that way, we'll show you in here. This is where the office is, and this is a bit I'm really excited on. So, as Divvy said a bit early, we decided to totally rip out the floor. It had already had a patchwork in it and previous repairs on it that Ian said, let's just rip it out and start again. So full new floor. That meant I could get a nice fancy larger tunnel, which was something I absolutely wanted because I think they make them look very race car when they've got the widened tunnels. Cage is absolutely sick. Door bars, they have stayed straight because we are going to keep our glass windows, so we couldn't do the wider ones. Gussets everywhere. Hydro mount, already put the hydro on because I've got excited. We've painted our steering column, harness bar in the back, X-brace which goes to the head of the driver in the main hoop. As I say, gussets for everything. We then, if you have a look over there, I don't know if I've mentioned already, we are going with a radium fuel cell. So we've got rid of the OEM fuel tank. That meant we needed to cut out the floor and put a brace in and a cage to hold the fuel cell. We've got a firewall cover to go over the top of that. And then we painted this the other night, and this part has got me a little bit excited. I'm stressed out my box. I'm not convinced we're gonna get this finished in my time frame. He seems to think we will. So...
It's a big Lego kit.
Yeah, everything's new. That's the one good thing. So we'll let him rip those bits off, and then I'll show you through some of the nice new shiny parts that we've got to throw on.
We are removing the lovely jig so that we can assemble the front end. It's going to have wheels.
Wheels. Sexy wheels.
We are massively thankful that Ben used a lot of GK Tech parts on his previous car. Obviously I drove that for all of last year. We upgraded a few GK Tech parts that needed refreshing, some just worn where the car's 10 years old. So they are back on board with us this year. Everything suspension and alignment wise basically is all GK Tech. So we've got our lower front arms, high clearance caster arms, M14 tie rods. M14 just makes them a little bit more stronger. Their high misalignment tie rod end kit, which looking forward to seeing what that sort of does, if I'm honest. Our front hubs, let me grab you one.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
We're still running an S13 knuckle, so this is their front hub conversion to make it a 5-stud, and then we've got their roll correction kit. So this is roughly going to give us about 70 degrees of lock. I don't need Wisefab yet. I'm still what we class as a rookie in this world of drifting. I don't want to jump deep and just go, let's just fire ourselves in with Wisefab. I'd rather build ourselves up, learn the way when we need more lock, things like that. That's what we'll do. So by the end of tonight, we'll have a lot of the GK Tech stuff on, and the shelf that had a shit ton on it will almost be empty of their parts. So big love to GK Tech. Let's see how the products go on. Plus, I've kind of gone for a silver and black theme, and all of their parts are black, which I love.
Now we just need to find the torque specs.
Oh no. One
You've not got it,
dooga-dooga
mate.
or 3 dooga-doogas?
No, I'm talking.
Really? I don't know what that will talk. Well, while he's doing that, I've got to mention. Nice new. I was gonna get rebuilt the. I was going to get the old What is this? Steering rack.
Yeah.
I'm doing no good here. Rebuilt, but everyone said that they end up leaking, so we went with a D-Max complete new steering rack, which is made for 14s and 15s, but you can make them work with these subframes basically. So fresh new steering rack as well, because I am that anal.
You're being silly here.
I'm getting excited, but it won't slide on.
Let's just wait.
Wait, is there a line on it, or am I just being a poos? Maybe this needs... Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, ignore me. You got to take the bolt out first.
Then it slides through, that's why there's a little nog in there. There you go, look. Bish bash bosh. Tighten that up.
GK Tech rack extender, because we've moved the rack forward 20mm. So
Is you using a torpor?
is that quite a lot?
I always talk wheels, just never usually.
I don't normally talk anything. I'm a nightmare.
Everything else normally gets set in 3 of the Milwaukee.
Well, if it's a fully charged battery,
Setting 3,
Setting three, you know your
Setting 3's
site.
about 130 newton meters, but if this is saying 70 to 90, I've split the difference, went 80, and 80's 108.5 newton meters, which...
Two ugga duggers.
yeah.
Nah, that's maybe a half an other.
I'm gonna need to massage this.
Would you like to make a public apology for the...
Right. Okay.
Or
So
explain maybe?
I needed to paint my bash bars because the front bars I decided to go black. I was like, Beck, it don't matter. I'm just gonna paint them on the grass because the grass is gonna be long enough that I can cut the grass. That ain't long enough to cut the grass.
Pro tip, or amateur tip, or not pro tip. Mark all the bolts you've got. It helps.
Right. My job here is done. I've connected steering things for the inside.
Can we just... I'm going to say, just... Is that a bit of pain in the driveway there, Kyle?
It slipped off my jumper.
Is that what it is?
Here we go.
You know what you're doing?
What are you doing?
He's removing the paint from the driveway.
Listen, it's not me that you got to deal with there. You know
Listen.
who's gonna...
Bet can at least see that I've made an effort to clean up after myself, unlike some.
Well, I'm still trying to establish who made the orange shit show.
Logic.
I would wait until.
To be honest, I just want the steering wheel on. That's all. I wanted. Then we can put the seat in. No car, no engine.
I'm
But...
not taking that fucking shrink wrap off until it's
No,
matte.
no. String wrap staying on it.
Because you know, I or you will jump in with manky hands and go.
100%. 100%. Me more than likely. Right. You measure, you centre, and then I'll. Look at this. So instead of like Ben's wheel is really close to you because he's got a boss. Then he puts a quick release on. I didn't know he said this. NRG do one that goes straight onto the splines, and then the quick release just bosh.
Ben's wheel makes you feel like. And
Ben's
I'm not trying to be sexist, right? But you see it when girls pass their test.
Why is my dog in the neighbour's garden?
Slinky. Doesn't care.
You see it when females pass their test
That's
and
sexist.
they drive like they're eating the steering wheel. You're smiling because you know it's true.
This is how we drive Ben's car. It's like. Anyway, measure that so I can put this on.
He has no idea what he's doing. He's just rolling down there with a measuring device.
It's shiny stuff.
You want me to do it? What way?
Do you like the grass, Beck? We have explained.
Steve was trying to be creative, I think.
I thought that I could cut the grass. That's all it was, but that's too short.
Beck, it's okay to tell YouTube you hate them. It's fine.
Common sense. Not gonna lie. Lacking.
Yeah, but I don't have common sense.
The boss has spoken.
What? I don't know what size this is.
The Porsche is up, but the common sense is down.
This is with your perception of where everything is. Because like, I look at that now and I'm like, that is all so far back. But realistically, the dash is going to be
I done it with the 86. I put a seat in the 86 and went, I've got so much more room in this than the Lexus, and I put the dash in and went, oh.
Side.
Classic Steve.
Knives go on the left,
Classic
not the
Steve.
right.
Steve, nobody else's fault apart from yours, because you have a man look 90% of the time.
So we'll put in.
At the bottom.
I've ruined this now. I was going to mug you off, but I've forgotten. Translation, because of Scotland. Another one. These boys have been very good to us. They worked with us again on Ben's car. BC Racing. We are going to be running their ultra low coilovers because we tested it with Ben's. We put their normal coilovers on it and it didn't quite go as low as we wanted because although we're grifting it, we still want to be the fancy show boys and try and have them low. Everyone can rip me after this when the car ain't low, but
now you're going to need to actually have it low and not that wee minute arch gap that you had on Ben's car.
yeah, but that's why I took wider wings so that I could try and go lower.
You can't be a little girl about it now after saying that.
Anyway, forget about him. Thank you, BC. We've got some fancy coilovers. They're going on now.
We got some nice.
Steve can't just deal with normal rubber pedals like most people.
No. Don't even try and pull that card. Because Steve was going to leave them. And you turned around and was like, you can't be a tight ass and leave a rubber pedal on there. You know the one annoying thing? I'm going to have 3 pedals. Because I've got the E-throttle.
Oh, sure.
No.
Man, you're such a joke.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant 3 different pedals. I've got the E-throttle pedal. I've got that to make that one look a bit fancier. But because we need to put my clutch reservoir inside, I've then got a wheelwood pedal as well. As where, if I remembered this sooner, I could have put a wheelwood pedal box in it, a reverse mount hanging one, so that at least the brake pedal and the clutch pedal were the same. But instead I've got to have 3 different looking pedals. First world problems.
First world problem.
Could be worse. There's some people out there that drive automatics.
I'm one of them.
It's me. I'm people. Putting the coil over in so that we can connect the bottom arm and we can put a hub in. Exciting stuff.
Oh.
This car will have a full turning assembly on it tonight.
So
Instructions.
these are GK. What do you mean? We actually do need them. These are GK Tech's high clearance lower arms. They come in a few different lengths. I've gone for the 0 to 25 mil, so they can go 25 mil wider than OEM basically. So we just need to see what the safe amount is for them to come all the way out. Get that in the right place, which then will give us a bit more track width. Which kind of probably runs like the same as essentially putting a spacer on the wheel, but not needing to put a spacer on the wheel.
Press fit.
Are they? Hammer fit then. I need to know how far this can go in or not. Oh, the old reverse thread malarkey. What do we think of the workshop, the home garage setup? No ramps. We're building an entire car on the floor.
Yes.
Bevy loves it.
I'm here for it. Love walking on the floor.
Where am I? Oh, I think we might be there. I need one of these. Because I think if we take this out. So this is, we've got to be 80 mil from this point to the centre here. That tells us that it's threaded in enough, which is correct. So we can tighten that up. Reverse thread again, just to confuse us.
Oh, that went a lot nicer for a powder coaster than I thought it was.
Question.
Yes.
How does it feel using brand new parts?
It's beautiful. You know, it's you're so used to a lifetime of rolling around under crusty, dusty S boxes, and it's nice. Everything's fresh. It's fresh and clean. It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. All roundabout.
Yes.
So we are putting the inners onto the steering rack.
I'm going to give us some light.
Oh, thanks.
That would be grand, thank you very much. Get the inners onto the rack, and then once we can try and magic the look at that, ball joints
Suspension.
into, you know, when you try and get technical and then the 3-year-old comes along.
Sorry, I'll run away.
He's just getting excited.
I'm not qualified for this.
Neither am I.
It looks alright, doesn't it? Gold and black. No, gold and, well, there is some gold, that's zinc in it. Black and silver though, it's a bit of a vibe. Yeah, they're definitely gonna need cut.
Nah, because you don't know, your arms might come on and then you might go like that. Bosh!
Good point. Which probably is more than likely gonna happen.
Which is when we'll maybe need to start fucking
yeah, we'll need to
pulling this right over.
to get the camera out the way we want it.
So off camera we managed to go to a hydraulic press and get the bearings pressed in.
Off camera. Our hydraulic press consisted of a vice,
Whoa,
a diff and a hammer.
Whoa.
But it worked. So it doesn't really matter.
If it's silly and it works, it's not silly. So
Well, true.
to hold the said ball joints in, you've got a bit shown on this one. Wee circlip into the groove, wee rubber boot into the groove, wee spring to hold the rubber boot into the groove.
It's day 2. Chrissy had to depart us last night and we lost the daylight. So Chrissy headed off, who is filming everything for us while me and Kyle just crack on and get on with it. We got some good progress. We got all of the front mounted up. All the arms are loose right now. May I add, silver and black theme with the gold zinc coated bolts is sick. So, we got these back today from Powder. As I say, no bolts are bolted up just yet. We've got our roll correction kit in there. All of this is GK Tech. GK Tech tie rod ends with our high misalignment ends to go on the tie rods. Ignore all the spaces at the bottom of it. We need to put it in the space the correct way once we know the height of the car. We've got our high clearance, some people call them torsion bars, I call them caster arms. We've got our BC coilovers on it. More importantly, we've got the Strom wheels on it with our Armstrong semi-slicks. So the front is now able to roll on its own. We have been working on the back. We are going with an S14 rear subframe so that we can run a 350Z diff and shafts. GK Tech again have sent us the conversion bushes to run the S14 subframe on an S13, and as well as that is the conversion bushes to run the 350 diff in the S14 rear subframe. So we're just getting the bushes in, then we're going to get the subframe mounted up onto the diff, get all the arms on it, and by the end of this video it will be a rolling on its own shell, all being well. Anyway, that's why we're kind of hoping. Got the rear subframe in and done. Rear coilovers, as you saw, I threw those on yesterday. Bevy's just doing a little tappy of a bush, and then I'm going to start assembling all of this. So again, keeping with what we've got on the front, everything on the back arms wise is GK Tech. So we've got rear lower control arms, camber arms, rear toe arms, and torsion arms. So all of this on the subframe, which then means we can mount our rear hubs up that are already built up with the brakes and the discs ready to go. We're losing daylight again. I'm very thankful that everything is new that we're fitting, but man, you do underestimate the time frames of just putting arms in and everything. It all does add up, but we are there. Kyle has got, wow, I called you Kyle. That's weird. Bevy has got the diff in, so the diff is in and bolted. Shafts are ready to go in. I've got all of the GK Tech arms in, so we've got the lower control arm, front torsion arm, rear toe arm. I've now just got to throw in the rear camber arms, which are going to go in next. Okay, so I don't know where I got up to in the clip that will be just before this clip, because it's been a few days. I had a couple of hurdles I needed to get around, had a little bit of a problem with a drive shaft and a wheel bearing, but this whole video was suspension, arms, and getting the shell rolling, which we have done. It's starting to come together, the vision is there, I am over the moon with it, so let's run you through what we've done, what parts they are, and show you where we're at so far. Look at this, my angry little sausage dogs. Can I help you? What's the palaver here? S13 front subframe, cut and welded, relocated the rack 20mm closer. D-Max complete new power steering rack. We have got the GK Tech solid bush
rack extender for the rack, obviously going forward a little bit more. We have powder coated these, so these look a little bit nicer. As you can see, all new, brand new zinc hardware, all from SR Auto Source. So every bolt on the front, if it's not a bolt that's come with the GK Tech products, is brand new zinc hardware, and all on the rear subframe, which, man, there's a bit of a vibe going on and a theme going on with this car. Silver, black and gold hardware, and it looks sick. GK Tech high clearance lower arms, high clearance caster arms, M14 tie rods. They're high misalignment tie rod ends. These come in loads of different sizes, give a lot more adjustability. Also has a bearing, so it shouldn't wear as much as a normal ball joint. GK Tech roll correction kit. BC Racing coilovers, they supported us with this car, still working with us on this one. Now this part is rather nice. EBC hooked us up last year with pads and discs and whatever they could. Throughout winter, they've been developing big brake kits for a lot of cars. They've now done one for the S-bodies. These are definitely overkill, but these look absolutely incredible. 6-pot calipers, I think they're 420mm discs. So these look sick. We've then colour-coded our Z32 rear calipers. We're running dual caliper. One's the normal brake, one's a hydro. Brand new discs and pads. We've gone with a Strom DS05s in the full silver this time. Ben's car runs the grey centres. As you can see, we've also run and put the EBC front brake setup on Ben's car. Then we move on to the back. Lower control arms, rear toe arm, high clearance camber arm, torsion arm. We still need to put our bolts in for holding the rear shocks on. I'm missing them, so I need to get those. Powder coated black S14 subframe. 350Z different shafts, so we've also got the GK Tech bush conversion kit in there. Still need to knock that bush in. That's been an absolute pig. That's reminded me. We do also have, for the hub, for the diff, their diff brace. So this also bolts, 2 bolts onto the diff, and then this goes through the subframe so that it gives it another point of bracing. We've then also, what else have we done? Got our IRP hydro in. I've put in my e-throttle from outside a garage, so that's ready to go. I have been working, I'm going to retweak all of this, but I have been working on all of our ECU master mount setups. Need to paint that as well, but we're nearly there. This is it rolling. Next video, which we are going straight into filming today, is engine going in. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think so far of the rolling chassis setup. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.